during one of the most iconic years in gaming that saw the likes of GTA 3, Halo, Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid 2 and many more incredible titles emerge, 2001 would also mark the legendary debut of Remedy Entertainment's Max Payne, which would go on to leave a profound imprint on the landscape when it hit the shelves. This neo-noir third-person shooter action-packed extravaganza fascinated players worldwide with its ensnaring narrative, revolutionary gameplay, its atmospheric presentation, and by bringing to life one of the most captivating anti-heroes to ever grace a video game. At the forefront of this game lies a gripping tale of loss, betrayal and vengeance, with the titular character Max Payne, a former NYPD detective, being haunted by the brutal murder of his wife and daughter. Consumed by grief and fueled by a thirst for justice, Max embarks on a relentless pursuit to unravel the conspiracy behind their deaths, all while navigating the treacherous streets of New York City's underworld. The story unfolds like a classic film noir, punctuated by Max's gritty voiceover narration and illustrated through graphic novel-style cutscenes that resemble hard-boiled detective novels.
But dreams have a nasty habit of going bad when you're not looking.
Players are drawn into a world of moral ambiguity where alliances shift and betrayal lurks around every corner. Max is presented as a very complex and tortured protagonist seeking to silence his inner demons by probing the belly of the beast. At first glance, this game initially may just seem like any other third-person shooter with a decent control layout and interesting animations, but where it set itself apart was the introduction of a revolutionary gameplay mechanic known as bullet time that allows players to slow down time during gunfights, enabling precise aiming while performing slick maneuvers to gun down foes in style. This amazing feature adds a strategic layer to the combat as it allows players to gain the upper hand during encounters with mobs of enemies and sticky situations. But most importantly, it's beyond satisfying to utilize once players get the real hang of it. Complementing the bullet time mechanic is a robust arsenal of weapons ranging from handguns such as Berettas and Desert Eagles, to shotguns including the pump action and the trusty sawn-off, with submachine guns, assault rifles and grenades to name a few. Each weapon feels distinct and handles extremely well to deliver the desired impact, further enhancing the visceral thrill of the combat experience. If that isn't enough, Max also has the ability to dual-wield certain weapons, giving players the freedom to tailor their playstyle, making the gameplay feel so much more rewarding. The level design is superbly crafted, offering a mix of tight corridors, open spaces, and vertical environments that keep players on their toes throughout the game's campaign. Visually, the world of Max Payne exudes a somber and moody aesthetic that perfectly encapsulates the gritty realism of its noir-inspired setting. From walking through the snowstorm-ravaged streets of New York City to the dimly lit interiors of seedy nightclubs and dauntingly quiet subways, every environment is rendered with superb detail and atmospheric lighting effects. The character models are equally impressive for their time, with Max in particular standing out as a rugged and weathered figure, with his sharp features displaying the weight of his past traumas. Shining alongside the visual presentation is the game's exceptional sound design, which further draws players in its world of violence and intrigue. From the eerie echoes of gunfire to the menacing reactions of adversaries, every sound contributes to the game's incredible ambience. Coupled together with the soundtrack crafted by Katsu Hataka and Kimo Kajusto that include moody melodies and thrilling beats to amplify the intense shootouts. Over 2 decades since its release, Max Payne continues to resonate with players and critics alike, earning its place as a Hall of Fame classic in the pantheon of video game history. Its innovative gameplay inspired many clones that tried to replicate its famous bullet time mechanic and failed, but there have been successful titles that have paid homage to the beloved mechanic in the best possible way. Not only did this game's iconic anti-hero protagonist and nail-biting narrative lead to sequels, it even led to a feature film adaptation which showcased the impact it had beyond the gaming industry. Max Payne was a colossal achievement for Remedy Entertainment that gave gamers a spine-tingling experience that will always find its way into any conversation to be had about masterpieces in gaming. While we eagerly sit in the shadows waiting on news to emerge with more details on the highly anticipated remake, the original still holds up incredibly well for those interested in seeing what the hype is about. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a comment below, and I hope to see you in the next one.